YUNKJunk!
What's everyone's skincare routine?
I thoroughly wash my water. I just wash my face, just clean it every day, twice a day. And then I have this beard wash stuff that I can use on my face too in the shower. I can't tell you the brand name. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. And then
you shampoo your.
No, it's like a beard wash, but it's also a face wash. It's like a 2-in-1.
Out of the same thing as this?
No, it's just like a face wash that washes your beard. Just think of it that way. It's not a shampoo.
It's not a beard shampoo, because I've got a beard shampoo.
No.
And a beard conditioner.
Sometimes I will shampoo it if the beard is getting a little long. I'll shampoo it. But then when I get out of the shower, the last thing I do after I, trim everything up, do my hair, brush my teeth, then I'll take cocoa butter and just I've done this for like 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Just slather yourself with cocoa butter.
Who introduced you to cocoa butter?
The black lady, I'm assuming.
No, I started doing it when I was young. I remember Hoover made fun of me one time. He came to visit me at college, and we were getting ready to party one night. And I didn't have a beard at the time, and I just had it fucking lathered like all over my face. And it sets in after a while, it dries out. But he was like, why is your face all shiny? I'm like, lotion. I stand by it, man. Cocoa butter, water, and drinking a lot of water, vitamin C. That's it.
I use whatever my wife has. That's it. I think there's one called, I think it's called Original. And it's a face wash. I use that every day when I shower. And then there's afterwards a moisturizer, which I do. It's not really helping though, because I have so much extra skin on my face that when I smile, I've had this since I was like a teenager, and now it's catching up to me. You can see the lines, but once I moisturize, it goes away and I clean my face. But like towards the end of the day, you can see the lines. What do you expect? I'm 34 years old. Fuck off.
Oh, man.
All right. I do. I think you got to have a general cleanser. So I always start with a general face cleanser. I like face that comes in a bottle as opposed to like any sort of bar soap or anything like that for my face. Hopping out.
Face, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean you can't do that. So I like just a simple Clearasil, or Clariol, I think is the other one. And you do that real quick, get out, and then what you want to do is you want to up your lotion game. It's one thing to moisturize, but if you want to get a daytime and a nighttime, two different things for two different reasons. Your daytime, you want to make sure that has a little bit of SPF 15. So that'll help you get a nice tan, and then you don't burn your face. Even if you get burned all down here, face is always golden. So always recommend an SPF 15 in your face lotion. And now we're all the same fucking age. Under eye cream is a real thing. I use what's called a disco stick, which didn't know this. You got to beat it down a couple times first.
I've used that. I've used that.
And then you rub the ball right under here. And it's got a little caffeine in it too. So I use that. I do that before. And then so daytime is that 1, 2, 3. Nighttime, I'll always put on the evening lotion, which has some sort of like deep cleansing something in it. And then I'll hit it with the under eyes again, and I'll call it a day. I'm big on skin.
Wow. That's a lot.
Real regimen.
Yeah. 3 Loche morn, 2 Loche eve.
That is a good regimen.
What's how do you like the disco stick?
I do, but there's that new brand that I've seen all over the place, Caldera Labs, that like Frank Grillo and a bunch of dudes in their 50s use, and they kind of swear by it as like the go-to. But it could be marketing. But You know, I got disco sticks to spare because anytime I buy something off the internet, I'm in a subscription and I forget about it. So I end up ordering like 3 to 5 times more than what I
What
need.
does it do? It just
Luke one.
no
Just
wrinkles
for here. So, yeah, it's just literally like this under eye right here. So that's kind of what you want is nothing there. Whereas if you squint, you see that underneath my eyes there. That would be much, much worse without the lotion. You don't have many bags under your
Yeah.
eyes, Zach.
Oh, Zach, you got a good shaped face. From,
I
is it natural?
I'm gonna get a shit ton of plastic surgery as soon as I can afford it. But that's
You don't need it.
Let's get
You don't need
Botox.
it.
Anybody ever get
Well, I mean-
Botox?
no, but I'm gonna.
Mhm.
No,
I know
man,
a lot
can't-
of
I don't think I was born to get old.
Wow.
I have
It's a good name for the
What do you call
podcast.
this?
Born to get old.
Baby, you born to run.
Yeah.
you gonna watch football tonight?
I thought of a title too. A week from never.
A week
Man.
from nothing.
A week from never.
What does that mean? What's that about?
I don't know. What does it mean to you, Luke?
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude.
We're a week away from never doing this again.
Exactly.
Fly flying around my room.
So my buddy fucking caught a spider and he's weird and kept his pet spider for like a year, right?
Whoa.
And so he had to catch fly to feed the spider. And there's a very real technique I've seen him do that works every fucking time. You get a clear plastic bag or like a Ziploc bag, and you just go around it, and they don't do anything. They don't move.
What?
Yeah, it works every time.
You open it up and then you go around it. Maybe because they don't see any like
You can't see it.
exit.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't realize anything's entrapping them.
Okay.
Wild. It's a wild thing. He just scoops them up.
Did the spider get big?
No, it was like not like a tarantula. Sonny found it in his apartment, and then he named it and kept it for a while because he was going through a hard time. Which anybody who gets a spider clearly.
Sounds like something Charlie would do, and it's always sunny.
Loved it.
Are we gonna have spiders?
Instagram. It's like,
It's
bro,
even
what are you
hard
doing?
anymore. Is anybody struggling with anything at all, or is everyone just being ridiculous? Like, you get to wake up every day and like use your arms and your legs and your face, and you get to eat a sandwich and food. You know, it's okay if we're not all superstar famous people. Life is still great. If I,
some
you know,
people don't
I
have
don't
that.
understand. I don't understand. I think everything is awesome every day.
Not everyone is as grateful as you. They don't have that level of gratitude. I mean,
Then they gotta go.
I do. But yeah, I guess. Yeah, sometimes
I mean,
life can get too big, and you can't think about anything else except for what's in front of you and what's going on in your life.
Yeah, but this is all there is. Like, this is all there is just work as hard as you can. Hopefully hang out with some people you like. Do something that's just for you and try and progress. You know, that's it's just a constant repetition of that. And that should be enjoyable because by the time you're done, you know, pushing yourself a little bit every day, you get to look back and see all the cool stuff you did and who you became and how you got there. I think if you're stuck, I get that. But even if you're stuck now. You're stuck in a world where there's Grubhub. You're stuck in a world where you don't have to leave your house ever if you don't want to. Like, none of us would make it in the mines. I'm just saying, you know, instead we get to live this kind of privileged life of just convenience. I never understand complaining when everything you could ever want is at your fingertips and you have the ability to kind of get it, anything that you really want to do. And it's easier than it's ever been. What do you guys think? Am I way off?
So after talking to people on so many different levels about that subject, there are some people that you can't comprehend what their equilibrium is like. What their what's going on in the science of their mind. So it's tricky to say that, to other people, like, well, it's this life is great, like we got it so easy compared to this. You could have, you could be paralyzed, you could be, it's everything is what's the fucking phrase? Everything is relative. And some people, they just, they feel like there's no fucking escape. They really feel claustrophobic. And I've seen it with some people when I could tell they're really like, oh my God, like they can't see anything else. And I'm talking about like yesterday, dealing with somebody. And I was like, you got to just slow it down. I know this is easier. This isn't easy to hear. It's easier for me to tell you this, but you're making a bad mistake right now. You need to just slow it down, take a couple days off, no big deal. And just, you need to try to clear your mind if you can try to do that. And just think about the bigger picture. This was a person that was trying to quit his job, and he was mad at everyone, which was warranted to a certain extent, but a lot of the reasons that he was mad, he had more control over than he realized. Mm-hmm. A lot of these reasons, it's your fault, but he was looking for some type of excuse, and he was looking for somebody to listen to him. And, so it's, for a person like that, it's really hard to hear those things. They're not going to respond to it well. So it's tricky, it's really tricky. This fucking human existence, like we're not just mammals out in the fucking wild that can just wake up and then just survival is just all we know, like eat, live, you got to eat, and then you die, and it is what it is. No, like for us, it's like we have to have fucking air conditioning, we have to have podcasts, we have to fucking season our food, we have to, we have to have buildings that we build and live inside of with flat walls and flat floors, and we have to wear clothes and shoes that make us feel comfortable, and we're all confused about life. We make up money, we make up communism, we make up children's books. It's like our existence, it's tough for some people, the existentialism of all of this. So
yeah, I think it's a matter of what you said, Cole, of disposition. You're just Terry. I think you were just born that way, Terry. You were always on the bright side. You're always Miss fucking fella. I feel like I was, I'm kind of all over the place, but definitely born with a touch of melancholy. Like I was joking, but like getting older, man, I can't even, like the people I love, the thought of them getting older and dying, I can't even, like, I don't like going home just to see fucking people older. Like it makes me so sad, and I'd rather just avoid them and not see them at all and remember them how they were in my mind than watch them get older. Like not even seeing, like even my dad, like I can't stand it. Like I almost rather not see him at all than watch him get old. And that might sound pretty fucking.
No, I get that. Well, that's why you gotta be with them more. And I'm not good at this, but rather than gaps between when you see them, because when you see them next after half a year, and you're like, oh shit, you got much older. It's much harder. But I agree. I agree with you, Zach. I mean, everyone is different. Terry, you got that
American
drive.
Go out and work hard and earn it, baby. What's our government? Whatever it is, it's Terry.
That's right. That's right. No, I mean, look. I mean, attitude is everything. You know, literally, there's studies of if you just walk around smiling, eventually you will feel better. Whereas if you commit to a life of misery, you're never going to get out of it. And the marketplace doesn't give a shit of whether you're sad or upset. So you got to go do something. That's why I think it helps to like gamify life. Because if it is a game, that means you can win. And we know how to win. How to win is by being happy. The easiest way to be happy is to have everything you need and be grateful for it. And to have artistic endeavors, I think, is a huge thing as well, or something you're passionate about. You know, I mean, there's tons of people that would just rip apart cars and put them back together and have such joy, and that was the only thing they had. Whereas for you guys, you know, there's music, for acting and art. But for me, I mean, just looking around at like the technology in here, that is my drug. Business is my drug. Like everything. I just ran towards everything I kind of wanted, and I just feel bad for people who never even get off the bench to like try and play and try and feel joy. You know, it's one thing to say, "Oh, it's impossible." It's another thing to say it's impossible, but have never done anything. I just have no time for that.
I think we all actually are able to say that we did. I mean, for me, when it comes to music, I'm grateful that I spent a chunk of my 20s, like all of my 20s, really focusing and really, it wasn't a full-time thing for me, but it was pretty close to it. And I'm able to say that I pursued that. And I know Cole's the same way. And I know Zach, you're the same way. And Terry, obviously what we see, you're the same way. Not everyone is like that. And, you know, that does bring sadness. You know, some people maybe are afraid to do something like that. And then I just can't, for me personally, I can't imagine what it is like to feel that way, be that way. If you had a dream and you never even pursued it in the first place.
Or
even
not knowing, like,
or not, yeah.
Like, my God, you're so lucky. Like you have something that you're good at and you love it.
Right.
And it's like, you know, so many people, they're just like, they have no fucking clue, you know, and then they're like, well, what am I going to do at college? Like, I don't fucking know. And then, you know,
honestly, for me, when I see someone like that, I'm actually envious of them, because I'm like, well, those people, if they didn't have like an artistic dream, that means when they were in like their early 20s, they start pursuing a career and start, you know, working towards a greater salary and a great career. You know, by the time they're 40, they're really established. And for me, I sometimes I wish that I did that.
but looking back, there's no fucking way that you would have. There's no way.
Well, let me also challenge that idea of there's plenty of people who went to work in their 20s, did nothing else, and are just chilling in middle management, and that's it. They're not going to go anywhere else because they didn't dream. They didn't try anything else. They don't have the skills to try something they're not good at in order to excel and get to the next level. I can't explain how important it is to play Little League Baseball, how important it is to have an art that you do and you suck at, especially. You have to suck at it for a while, because if you can get through the suck, that's what turns you into someone interesting. And then 3, being able to laugh at things. You know, if you can do those 3 things, you can really do anything. It's if you take yourself too seriously that you're not even going to ever get in the batter's box to try something, and then you don't even know how to practice a craft. That's what I always look at too, is all of us practiced a craft, sat in a room and sucked at something, really sucked at something. This podcast we're sucking at right now, but we will get better. We will find our way because we're willing to sit in the suck. That's my attitude towards America. Everyone just sit in the suck and get and do it, and smile while you're doing it. You could be in a fucking mine getting what I need for my phone. And for those of you in the mine, Luke's got a great book for you. It's called Communism for Children.
Red Velvet. No, I've got, so to add on to that, I have this metaphor that I use all the time.
YUNKJunk tonight.
No, not that one. No, do you guys remember the Age of Empires computer video game? Did you ever play that?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So you would take your army and you would explore. You know, the map wouldn't be, it would be
Visible.
like pieces, little bits and pieces of the map, but it would start to, you know, show itself the more you explore, right? So I tell people all the time, when you start a new job or when you start, you know, a new endeavor or anything, like you're always looking at, or when you move into a new place or whatever, the way that you look at this new place, it's always like, oh my God, like you could either look at it like there's so much potential, or it looks intimidating, or however you may look at it. Like I always tell people, you're going to just remember this moment right now. You're gonna, a year from now, you're gonna look back. You're like, remember when I looked at this place that like that? Like everything looks so much bigger and like more, right? And then when you've been there and you're used to it, like, oh, now like you look at this room completely different, or this job completely different than you looked at it a year ago when it was intimidating. You didn't know what you were going to do, or how you were going to do it, or how you were going to get through it or handle it. It's like, look, it's okay. Everyone is like this.
You're gonna get
like,
there. You're gonna
Yeah.
get there.
yeah. So it's like the Age of Empires thing. I always say, like, you're not going to know what it's going to look like until you actually go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you got nothing to worry about. And also one thing, it's like sometimes if you're nervous and you don't think that you know what you're doing, most of the other people don't know what the fuck they're doing either.
I like to say that. Pretend like
fake it till you make it. Act like you know what you're doing. Sometimes that helps me, at least. You know?
Me too.
It's funny. I'm kind of on the opposite of that. I understand it, and I believe everything, but I'm a big fan of saying, don't fake it till you make it. Just fucking make it. Like, do what is necessary to make it, so that you don't have to fake it. Because I will find out. I do this with staff all the time. Of like, if you can't shoot, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look at the footage. So do not try and fake this. You know, there's technical things you have to be able to do, but like, come on, make it. The reason you went to school is to make it, and you should be practicing everything you need to succeed here, because I'm going to test you. Like, tests are important. Everyone who says, oh, they're a bad test taker, that means you can't do the fucking job, because when it matters is when it matters. If you don't have it when it absolutely matters, you just killed a guy, you know, or something like, I mean, for doctors, literally, you know, that's the case. But I don't know. I butterflies and rainbows go a little bit too far, but I think you have license to talk about things that way if you've gotten on stage, if you've done something that is difficult, is challenging, and was scary, and you overcame it and became someone. You know, I'm talking about all three of you for sure have literally stepped on stages and done things that people can't do, but no one gave you permission. You just did it, and then you kept going from there, you know? So it's like, you got to give yourself permission sometimes, but also then pursue the craft, pursue the art, pursue the journey. You know, if you're going to go for it, or else what are we doing?
Yeah.
Terry, how many people do you have working for you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking to hire our next person. And I got a couple of freelancers running around.
I need a job.
All right.
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
We should do one where
Y'all want to interview?
or we all work for you for a day. Like, it's actually like filmed.
Cole
That's
did.
what we should do next week. Podcast is all apply for Terry's job.
That's not a bad
I think
theme.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Or we'll help you. We'll go over the interviews with you. And
Thank you.
You let us.
No, I like the idea of all of us. We come up with a resume and we present it.
With the rest skills. Dress up.
And then each of us has our turn.
We should help.
Do you want to? Do we even like put out there like everyone's applying for this position, or just apply?
All right. We should we'll do it like Always Sunny. We should privately everybody email their resume to Terry before next week, and he'll go over it.
I want to do this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do that.
What's the Always Sunny one? All year long.
Yeah. Education.
For 2006, 2007. Okay, that's 2 years. all year long.
All right, so everybody
TCB, taking care of business.
send your resume. Everybody make a AI resume.
That's great.
And
And
then
like, yeah,
send
be
it.
prepared. Yeah, I like that.
So,
And he'll pick.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll go over them all. I'll go over them all, look at them all, and question gaps and things like that. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Yeah, we
Yes.
do it live. We do it on the podcast.
Done.
And then you read them, you pick, but you have to really give one of us a job.
I have jobs. I have jobs.
Yeah, you have to pay us too. Like,
Yeah.
we all
Hey,
need money.
If you can edit, you can shoot, you can do stuff, you deserve payment.
Shoot.
My back hurts, man. I've been sitting like that for way too long.
But I'm gonna fake it, Terry. I'm gonna fake it.
I'm gonna catch you. I'll
Hey,
catch
Yeah,
you.
go.
let's
There
see.
you go.
Yeah, you know what would be even better is if you went under, like, in disguise to an actual job and did like an on location where you're faking it and you don't even work there. What?
I could fuck hell
Is
out
this
and make.
fake?
What are we
Is this
doing?
fake? Is that fake to you? It's making it. I just, I just go out and make it.
Shake it till you make it.
Shake it.
No. I have a staff member who edits this.
I'll show my staff.
Ooh, Dylan.
You have a staph infection?
Yeah.
You okay, man?
You want to
My
talk about it?
staff that has infections.
That makes me
I
think of
don't know.
Mantis Toboggan. I've got a virus. You're infected.
Hey guys, I gotta go hang out with my family.
All right,
All right, I gotta do the same thing.
your computer, Luke.
Love you all.
All right, bye.
Let's hope
I'm
that
gonna clap.
recorded.
YUNKJunk!